Cosmetic, and it has changed my life. I'm a fan of his ever since. I love this collection. Of his most legendary supermodels and more. The four queens of the runway. Fashion, New York Fashion Week is right around the corner. Librarian tonight, and that's because I came to read a bitch. Jaja's Atelier, bitch. Where are my scamming ass bitches at? Spend that money fast, 20s, 50s, 100 cash. Gonna go your bag, spin that shit. Now listen. Now, I have had my opinions on Young Miami, aka Carisha, during past episodes of the show, to say the least. But I'm gonna be fair. Now, I ain't no hater. Carisha might possibly have the song of the summer. I don't particularly care for Carisha, but Carisha girl, you are spinning this single the right way. I thought the video was super ghetto fabulous. It brought me back to the days of Trina and Jackie O. I mean, everybody, all the celebrities, Candy Burris and her crew, and all the celebrities are doing line dance, TikTok dances to this goddamn song. I mean, but I'm going to be honest with you, Carisha. Now, listen. Now, I don't have a degree in PR, but I know a little something. Let me tell you what I think you need to do, Miss Carisha. I think you need to get back with JT. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with who Carisha is, Young Miami, she is one half of the former group, the City Girls. They put Miami kind of back on the map when they hit the scene. I think it was like 2016, 2017. And they've blown up ever since. Well, the group since disbanded. But what is interesting about the possibility of Young Miami and JT getting back together is you all really, the two of you girls, first of all, y'all are worth more together than apart. That's number one. No shade. But the unique thing about you guys is you are a rap female duo, which we haven't really seen since, I'm going to say Salt and Pepper. Only because I see the impact with the City Girls. All the young gays and all the young dolls love the City Girls, honey. Even though one half of the City Girls don't seem to love us too much, and that would be Miss Carisha, who we're talking about right now. Oh, I'm coming in hot. It's been a while. We'll get to that. But, and people are going to kill me for saying this, they kind of remind me of Outkast because they're so vastly different, but they both come from Miami. They both have that Miami swag, but they are, it's like night and day with the two of them. And I really think this is what you need to do, Carisha. Go ahead and put JT on the remix. It would shut the internet the fuck down. People would go crazy. Well, I don't know who y'all getting along with because all y'all rap bitches beefing. But anyway, put Carisha on the remix. See how that goes. Then, when you do a show, pop her out as a surprise. Or, JT is no slouch. She is beautiful. Both of the girls. Now, again, I have made my opinions very much clear and known on the show about how I feel about Young Miami. Especially during the Diddy case. But listen, again, I ain't no hater. Listen, I'm giving you the playbook, girl. And JT is LGBTQ plus friendly. She really has boots on the ground when it comes to us. She's definitely really an ally. And her aesthetic is very much, alternative, goth, very much in the vein of like a Rico Nasty, if you guys know who that is. They very much, y'all are going to kill me for saying this, but they very much give me Outkast. With Outkast, you have the whimsy and the smooth soul of Andre 3000, and then you had the gutta with Big Boy. And when they were together, they would kind of bring out each other in each other. You know what I mean? And I see that as a possibility with these City Girls. Anyway, I tried to watch that interview with her and Cam Newton, but I just couldn't get with it. I just couldn't get through it. Her voice is so annoying. But I do like the song. Shout out to Carisha. You know, I guess the Miami-Dade trash can stay at the curb a little while longer. If you've been watching, then you know. Now listen, y'all. I'm back. I don't like to get online and complain, and I'm not one of those that be, oh my God, my life is over. I'm going through so much. You know, some people find solace in that. I'm not making fun of you, but that's just not me. So I do have ADHD real bad, and it does give me, I do go through highs and lows, peaks and valleys. And I don't know if you guys know, but my birthday just passed. I am now 36, honey. 36, but I'm still fine as a motherfucker, honey. Don't get it fucked up. But after my birthday, it was raining. I had my birthday shoot planned. I had an episode planned. And I said, you know what, for my birthday, it's Wednesday. I'm just going to lay in the bed or whatever day it was. No, I think my birthday was Saturday. But Friday I had to work, and I had to work Saturday. So I said, you know what, I'll just celebrate my birthday Saturday. I'll do my birthday shoot. Honey, Friday came. I laid in the bed all day. I had a Jersey Mike sub and some carrot cake. No, some chantilly cake from Walmart. If you never had it, honey, go! And I went to work Saturday morning. And then also, like, the world is just, it's weighing on all of us. Like, the prices of groceries, gas, and to put all of this together, it's ridiculous. So I'm like, I've been going home early from work because, the work has been kind of slow. Well, the work has been picking up. So I was like, well, I'm going to stay and get this motherfucking money on. You know what I'm saying? So with that, and then I'm still working on the house, I was just feeling so overwhelmed. I completely shut down for the week. The week. I didn't get my shit together till Sunday, and I was still lagging. And I go through this cycle a lot. And that's why I always tell y'all I take a 2-week sabbatical from social media, but I do suffer from ADHD and depression. And it is a real thing. I've always had ADHD. I've taken all the medicine since I was a little boy. But now that I'm on the hormones, I don't want to be on medication. My mom is 80 something years old. She's not 80, she's 79, but she's almost 80. Ooh, sorry, Mom. Putting people business out in the street. And, my mom grew up in Jamaica as a young girl. It's just some stuff. Listen, I don't want to take a whole lot of medicine. The hormones drive me crazy enough. I don't want to be back on Ritalin, Dexedrine, Adderall, none of them. So I try to cope on my own, but sometimes, it does get challenging. And, so I was having, that's what had been going on with me. That's why you guys haven't seen me. But the one thing that I always keep in mind when I'm going through that is no matter how many days that it takes me to get over this low, this time, I'm always going to get back up and try again. And so here I am, a year older, still just as fun. But I had a good birthday overall. Some birthdays are meant to celebrate and some birthdays are meant to reflect. And I think while I was laying there in the bed, stuffing my face with apple turnovers, Haagen-Dazs pistachio ice cream, buffalo wings, pizza, cheeseburgers, and sausage and peppers. And blueberry pancakes with pecans. I really reflected on okay, you need to be a little bit softer on yourself in these areas, and you need to have a little bit more discipline in these areas, So 36 was definitely the birthday of reflection, but for the rest of this summer, I'm gonna do my damnedest to be here for y'all and outside, okay? Because, listen, with the way the world is going, I don't know how the shit gonna fall. So, listen. We are all living for Miss Alondria. Now, if you don't know who Alondria is, I don't know. You must be living under a rock. She was a contestant. Before we get into that, do y'all like my hair? I just got a new unit, honey. And she is definitely giving, She is definitely giving, I don't know what I'm going to call her. I don't know what I'm going to call her. She's kind of like, the TV reporter wig that I wear all the time. But she's a little more wild, I don't know. I like big wild hair. Anyway. So we are all living for Alondria. If you don't know who Alondria, aka the Bama Barbie, is, honey, you must be living under a rock. Her star is rising higher and higher and higher as the year goes on. And I have to give this young lady her flowers because I'm going to tell you something. I have never seen a black woman, argue with your mama, don't argue with me. I have never seen a black woman from reality TV skyrocket into the mainstream like I have her. The only one I can think of that had came close was Nene Leakes. And I can't even put her in the same vein because nobody, and this is no shade to Nene, she's absolutely a beautiful woman and she is the queen of the housewives. But Nene was a much older woman. Alondria is a young girl. As it pertains to how she came about, coming from reality TV, it's very much giving Kardashian tease. And a lot of people have been complaining for years. There's black women, beautiful black women with nice bodies and beautiful faces, whose beauty surpasses the Kardashians that have been on reality TV that never got their shot. And boom, here comes Alondria. And Alondria is playing the motherfucking game for real. Honey. Now, she did get with the little white boy on Love Island, and they are still together. I don't know his name. He's not even important. That's her man, not mine. Anyway, so she doesn't have any white backing. It's not like she's a Nepo baby. It's not like, her father was, a lawyer in the Epstein trial. It's not like, I'm not saying that she comes from nothing, but she does not come from this world. She is very much ordinary people. So this makes it even more monumentous because, even when Kim was doing it, people didn't know her, but she was known. You know what I mean? Alondria came out of nowhere. And not only is she a woman of color, she is extremely chocolate. Honey, chocolate alabaster down. Girls that look like this, that come from reality TV, cut it. They go straight to Zeus Network or VH1. This girl is playing the game, and I am so proud of her. And also, she's done it without a sex tape scandal or colonizing anything. No shade. I'm just stating the obvious, honey. I'm looking at my notes. And I mean, I'm thinking that her fame is just in the States. Oh, no, honey. Alondria went to Lagos, Nigeria. Look at this. Look at how they're greeting her. And she is of Nigerian descent. So, there's that. But still, this is a chocolate girl who refers to herself as the Bama Barbie, becoming world renowned for her beauty from a reality show. This is unheard of, and I don't think enough people speak on that fact. So not only is she the new queen or princess of Nigeria, she's also featured in the newest annual issue of Sports Illustrated, looking stunning. She is also just put out a collab collection with legendary handbag and overall designer Brandon Blackwood, which sold out and crashed the site in 10 minutes. I love that she's wearing Nigerian designers. She's going to Nigeria. She's platforming, Black designers. She was, had dealings with Sergio Hudson walking in his show. That was the first time we saw her in the fashion space. So she's just not, oh, I'm here now. Chanel me, please. No, she's like, no, I want to wear the Sergios. I want to wear the Brandon Blackwoods. I want to wear the Maximilian Davises. I want to show out for my people, because if it had not been for y'all hyping me up, I wouldn't even be here. I don't think people give her enough credit. She is so positively strategic in how she's moving and stepping up in this mainstream space, and how many other Black creators she's bringing along with her. Hello, this is what community building looks like. She is gracefully becoming, this was in my notes, she is gracefully becoming a bridge in the community and showing the world our value and what's possible, again, without any white backing. Not that we know of, anyway. I really do think that Alondria has replaced the Kardashian blueprint trajectory to become an it girl. This is how you become an it girl. No scandal, no drama, no taking advantage of men and their issues for clout. Straight, I'm Black, I'm beautiful. Where's my invitation? Straight the fuck like that. So huge shout out to Alondria, huge shout out to her. So, who are we talking about next, honey? Oh. I don't even know if I want to talk about this now, because it's, it's all over the internet. But speaking of Alondria, do y'all like my makeup? Do you like my blush? Do you like my blush placement? Now listen, y'all know I am not, I very rarely wear color. But now that I'm 36, I want to start, dressing more to the extremist side. And, why not start with the makeup? Because my makeup is very uniform, So I decided to hit y'all with the Alondria blush, which is created by very prominent UK makeup artist, painted by Esther. Now, listen. There's this whole social media, goings on about this blush, this particular style of blush, which, by the way, ain't nothing new. Okay, back in the day, my grandmother Ruthie, she would call this rouge. Okay, but this form of blush placement, we ain't been seeing the girls wear too much blush like this. Painted by Esther is the one who made it viral and made it current. Okay, she has done this look on Alondria. We've seen her work with Doechii, Naomi Campbell. Who else has she worked with? Somebody else that she's worked with. Oh, SZA and Kelly Rowland. Just to name a few. And she's also done a lot of editorials for different magazines. This girl is the real deal. Well, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the alleged beauty influencer and bona fide cosmetic colonizer, Queen Patrick Ta, who is, if you don't know who he is very much in the same vein as that walking line of angel dust, Jeffree Star, and that alleged pedophile James Charles. He's very much obnoxious, very much elitist, very much tone deaf, very much racist. Well, Patrick Ta loved the blush so much that he set Painted by Easter up for the okie doke, got her to do somebody's makeup, filmed it, patented it, trademarked it, and now is selling it like he created the whole goddamn thing. So before I go into hold on, let me make sure I got this right. Okay, before I get into the video, he has a history of this. I remember when do y'all remember those of you watching who have been following me since the beginning, y'all remember I used to do the BoxyCharm. I used to get BoxyCharm. I was a subscriber to BoxyCharm, and a lot of his products would come in the BoxyCharm. And you know, he had I can't remember, was it a lipstick or I can't remember if it was a lipstick or a lip liner, and I was in love with it. And then I found out that he hijacked the formula from another black girl. I'm gonna say allegedly because I'm not trying to get sued. So this is a thing, and then he hires content creators. I don't know if you remember the trans woman. I can't remember her name, but she was the one that did Very Mindful, very demure, very cutesy. He hired her to come promote his product, and she never received payment, allegedly, according to her. So this is nothing new for Patrick Ta. So take a look now. The video that Painted by Esther posted, you know, going over what had happened with Patrick Ta and her and this whole blush debacle, was 9 minutes long. So I'm just gonna run a little bit of it. Wait a minute, where is it? Here it goes right here. Hold on 1 second. I'm just going to run a little bit of it. It's 2 minutes and 6 seconds. It's a little lengthy, so bear with me. Go ahead.
The weirdest one recently was, I was in LA. I get a booking request from the other half of Patrick Ta. So it's not just him. There's another half of him, which is Rimi. I don't want to mispronounce her name. I genuinely don't know how to pronounce it. So she asked to book me. She's messaged me. She's texted me. She's got my number through a hairstylist I just recently done a collab look with. So I've accepted the request. I don't normally accept requests directly to me. My agent handles that. She has asked to book me for a do and go. A do and go means you do it and you leave. There's no in between, right? It's not a one-to-one lesson. It's not a teaching lesson. It's none of that. It's you do it and you leave. She has booked me, and then on the day of the booking, I get a text from my agent. Oh, so-and-so, her name, wants to record you doing the glam. To which I said, no, that doesn't sit right with me. That's not what you're booking me for. That's not what the nature of the job is, you know? So I cancelled that booking because I found that very strange. Like, why would you want to record me doing my work? No one does that. You can see the kind of people I work with. None of them have ever asked to do that, because it's just not a thing you do. If you want to learn, if you want me to teach you, then that's a different service. So that is conniving. And there's been a lot of conniving. There's a lot of conniving things that happen in the industry, but I will never speak about it, because honestly speaking, I don't care. I am an artist. My driving force is to create and share it. And my end goal is to teach, is to spread my knowledge. I cannot leave this earth. That is a disservice to God. I cannot leave this earth keep harboring my knowledge. My goal is to spread it. I'm not a gatekeeper. I have timelines for things.
So that was just a 2-minute snippet of her, explaining how it all went down with Patrick Ta. And I'm going to wrap this up because a lot of people have been giving their opinions on this. And I'm going to make this quick. The days of you cracker, butch queen influencers with your cosmetics and all of that, the days of you stealing from us black creators is over. We are not letting you get away with it. Whatever you throw, we're going to throw 10 times harder. You all colonize every single thing on social media, from the dances to the lingo to the hairstyles to the baby hairs. I seen a white girl doing baby hairs. Bitch, what are you doing? Some stuff just isn't for you. And you stealing her, everybody knows this girl, and everybody knows that she brought this back for the black girls. I remember my grandma, you know, talking on the phone and talking about hair and makeup and stuff and being like, ugh, too much rouge, too much rouge. You know, us black girls, we can't do that, all that rouge. You know, because they didn't have certain colors. Nobody taught black women how to place the blush and do all that. And the colors just, this girl has found a way to bring blush back to the center of the beauty conversation. And here you come with your cracker, tight-faced motherfucking ass. And the whole way you set her up, should no platform allow him to sell one motherfucking piece of cosmetics, you should be banned from the beauty industry. The beauty industry, how many times are you, even Vogue with that cloud bob bullshit, how many times are you going to let this go on? If you're in college and y'all have a paper due and you copy somebody else's paper and hand it in, won't you get expelled? What do they call that? Plagiarism? Enough is enough. And a lot of you white creators are so subpar to the work that I've seen from other black creators, whether it be photography, whether it be podcasts, whether it be beauty, hair, style. You know what? It was just my birthday. Let me talk my own shit. I produced this talk show. I dress myself. I do my own fucking makeup. I edit as soon as I'm finished. I do the promo. When I do my content out on the street, I'm hauling the camera. I'm carrying shoes. I'm touching up my own fucking makeup. And my shit still slings. The majority of my shit is like a music video. And girls like me, black creators like me, get no credits. The algorithm pushes us straight to the motherfucking bottom, so our own families can't even see our shit. Stop fucking playing with me. Patrick Todd, you can't beat a face, sweetheart. Let me just tell you. Jeffree Star, you walking line of angel dust, you are not that bitch. Never have been. I never used any of your shit. And the way y'all get on here and you talk about people, you crackers ought to be a motherfucking shamed. Especially because y'all are some dirty fags. Bitch. Always, you steal black girls' aesthetic. You steal the black and trans girls' lingo. You steal every fucking thing. And then they pay you for it. Fuck out of here. So you know what happens? MAC is celebrating. They have some kind of anniversary going on, I think, for their blush all the way back from the beginning of MAC. And take a look at this.
Hi guys, it's Painted by Esther and I'm on set with Mac and I can't wait for you guys to see the final look. I have always been an artist, and then one day my friend asked me to do her makeup and then I was like, sure. So I did it and she loved it and it was great, and then I just started doing it. And so with blush, I genuinely just love how it brings character to your face and femininity. I just try and always like bring some sort of whimsy into every look I do. A blush, a spiky lash, highlighted face, a juicy lip. Those are my go-to things that reflect my work. I never want you to think, her makeup looks good. I want you to think she looks good. My hot take is to use at least 3 blushes. So get one that's a transition color, one that's your main color, and one that's darker. It always just has to have some sort of gradient. So you always want to work with a few different colors of blushes. Never ever just one. That's boring. With Black Beauty, my goal is just always to never mask the person that's in my chair. Like, I want the inner beauty to shine through.
Now she's working with MAC, and let me tell you what's gonna happen. MAC, all the girls swear by MAC. All the girls have something by MAC at their makeup counter at home. Not everybody fucks with a Patrick Star beauty brand cosmetic. I motherfucking damn sure don't. If they got to choose between spending their $34 on a 3-pack blush palette with MAC or a Patrick Star, they're going to go with MAC. So you've already lost. And again, to end this, what needs to happen is these white cracker butch queen creators that get on the internet and scour for ideas, they should be banned from any beauty con, any fashion shows. They don't need to be doing makeup for nobody. They should be shadow banned from the beauty industry. Because what you are doing is stealing. You are plagiarizing. And no, I saw a lot of the white creators. Well, she didn't create blush. No, she didn't. But she brought this brand of blush. I wasn't wearing this back in 2023. Nobody was doing blush like this until she made it hot. Stop fucking playing with people, you bitch. Anyway. So, honey, the Roots had their annual festival in Philly. And honey, I wish I could have been there because it looked like a time. You had Brandy, you had Monica, you had Jasmine Sullivan, and you also had, and that's just to name a few, and then you had Jigga, Hove, Jay-Z, sporting a new look. And you know how the Carters do. They're not sitting down to do no interviews. They address it with their art. And that's exactly what Jay did up on that stage with this, I believe, 10-minute freestyle. I have a snippet for you. Take a look.
All of you niggas gang, I ain't much for me, it's no how. Cancel the brunches, I remember the hunger pain. The price of the bricks going up, it's gonna cost you a B to even say my name. Heard of a wonder king? My children and some of them, have you niggas no shame? Y'all trying to get underskin? I really get underskin, as unharmed playing. Y'all thugs with y'all thumbs again. Everybody think they're the ones insane. You're no maniac. Watch how saniac in my presence, nigga, shrink. I need a new therapist. This shit is not working. I'm truly on the brink. Y'all better not encourage him. Y'all don't want me to think these thoughts that I think. That nut-ass nigga still stuttering. That chatty patty down on his luck again. Quest introducing me to Jaguar. I don't know why I still fuck with him.
So, listen. That's hip-hop. So, he took jabs at Drake, Nicki Minaj, Jaguar Wright, Questlove, who is the host of the whole goddamn event, who wanted him to come. And also his former business partner, one half of the co-founder of former The Rock, Dame Dash, who is a psycho, by the way. We're going to get to him in just a quick second. This is hip-hop. This is how you address shit. Also, he was sporting a new look. He's traded out the wicks for an afro, which I thought it looked good on him. It makes him look younger. Like, I was like, ooh, okay, we're getting back to the old Jay-Z, honey. Yes, because I used to have a crush on Jay-Z back in the day. I used to think Jay-Z was so fine. Like, back when he was doing the shit with Foxy Brown. And, ooh, honey, ain't no nigga like the one I got. No one can fuck you better. Creeps around, baby, gives me a lot. Go look at that video and tell me Jay-Z ain't fine. Y'all gotta remember, too, Jay-Z is old. Well, let me address this real quick. If you don't know everything about black hair, then just shut the fuck up. Because a lot of people was like, oh, he gay, he got on a lace front. The ignorance that runs rampant through our community is a real problem, because you do know that you could comb dreads out. And we are talking about one of the richest black men in America. I'm sure he had 2 people on each wig combing it out. You know, his hairstylist even had to come out, and I believe there was 2 or 3 of them. Like I just said, this is Hove. This is Jigga. This is, you know, it must be a problem if it's $1 billion on the motherfucking elevator, bitch. This is mine. And they came out and said, you know, it was combed out, whatever. So, our good girlfriend, Dame Dash. Now, again, Dame Dash and Jay-Z came up together in the game, and they started Rockefeller Records. You had Dipset, you had the Youngbloods, you had Memphis Bleak, who, ooh, I used to have a crush on Memphis Bleak too. Is that your chick? You had oh my God, take me back to the days where my brother had me in the backseat of the Plymouth Sundance listening to Hot 97, knowing damn well I wasn't supposed to. You had Beanie Siegel and Freeway, which shout out to Beanie Siegel and Freeway. I lost my mind when I saw them come out with Jay-Z at the Roots picnic, singing one of my favorite songs, Even Though What We Do Is Wrong. Okay. Wow, what a moment that was. And Dame Dash over the years has lost his ever-loving mind. You know, in the freestyle, Jay-Z referenced, you know, his teeth falling out while he was being a chatty patty online, you know. So Dame Dash, of course, sat down with another Vlad or Zeus Network or Hollywood Unlocked interview. You know he gets down in the mud, honey, with the pigs, darling. You know, no shade. Because, you know, it gives a little oink oink over here, too. So take a look at what Diana Dash had to say.
And this is another thing about Jay that I still wonder about, being that he wants to be funny. Jay's breath always used to stink. And you know why? Because for some reason, don't you hate when niggas got bad breath and chew Big Red? It's just cinnamon doodle. Nobody wants to smell that. I hope this nigga's not still chewing Big Red with bad breath on that mic, because that mic must have been stinking. And then he dressed up like a mic. This is not the version, Jay, please. Make Jay great again. That's the new slogan. Make him great again. I don't want to see this happen. Yo, you gotta admit, when you saw the hair, you was laughing, bro. You knew this was gonna be funny. But who told him? Wait, hold on. But hold on, who you think told? I want to know who told him to do that, and like how they put the wig on. How do you think they did that? Like, don't you think they would have videotaped him cutting it off and a bit on the vid? Dun, dun, dun. It's no more Dookie. What do you call him?
Okay.
Dookie with Jay.
Okay, Diana Dash. Okay. So recently I was at work. I told y'all I've been working like a damn bitch. Okay. So I was at work, and Jason Lee recently interviewed Dame Dash, and I was like, well, let me, you know, I'm bored. I need something to laugh at to get me through the day. And honey, it is clear, Dame Dash, that you are, in my personal opinion, a raging homosexual. Every other word is pause. Everything is about a man being gay. Everything is about how a man looks. Like, this is why Jay-Z don't fuck with you. If this is how shit was going at Rockefeller Records office, bitch, in the boardroom, if this is what was happening, I understand why Jay-Z don't fuck with you. Jay-Z, and listen, I'm not naive. It's not all goody-goody gumdrops over there with Jay-Z. Jay-Z definitely gives a little bit of a Svengali, you know, tease. I'm sure I could almost bet my bottom dollar that not everything in his career was squeaky clean. But I bet you one thing, Diana Dash. I bet you he was smart enough not to do it up on the camera. I bet you he was smart enough not to sit down with them colonizers over there at Vlad TV and spill his guts. So, I mean, you know, Dame, it really fell flat, and I really feel sorry for you. You really, you are washed up. And Dame Dash, back in the day, Dame Dash was fine as hell. Dame Dash was that nigga back in the day. At least we thought he was. Hell. What happened? You know he used to date Aaliyah too, unfortunately. And he is running her name through the mud. Good God. Anyway, this wasn't about Dame Dash. This was really about Jay-Z. But I just, honey, you know, my brother is a huge hip-hop head. And I asked him the other day, because he was up here visiting my mom. I asked him, I said, what the fuck happened to Dame Dash? My brother said, I don't know, man. Life. I don't know. Anyway, but huge shout out to Jay-Z. Of course, Beyonce was there. You know, and, you know, shout out to Jasmine Sullivan, too. She's lost a lot of weight. She was beautiful before, but honey, she looks damn good. So shout out to everybody at the Roots Picnic and Brandy, too. Her performance, I saw the clips of her and Monica. They look phenomenal. So huge shout out to all of them. Now, before I go, you know I got to give y'all a little political shits. Now, I remember when Obama was running for office. Oh, it's going to be a trap house. There's going to be black hood rat baby mamas everywhere. Coke 45 cans are going to be in the damn Oval Office of the East Wing. There's going to be chicken wing bones. Everything y'all said Obama was going to do to that White House. Now, if you're not sure what this is this is a UFC cage fight stage that they are building on the White House lawn, honey, to celebrate the 250th anniversary of the United States of America, as well as Dingleberry Donna's birthday. With our tax dollars. And, you know, they did this whole little screwy fugazi thing, trying to get performers to come like Martina McBride. Where the hell did they find her at? Brent Michaels, who I thought had died of an overdose. God bless him. And Vanilla Ice. And the only living member left of, you know, sorry ass Milli Vanilli. Well, they got, you know, bamboozled in the whole thing, and they pulled out, and Morris Day, they even said Morris Day was coming to perform, and Morris Day said, not me, bitch. Didn't nobody even call me. You better climb up your oak tree, bitch. What y'all know about that? So it's just a whole fucking mess. How much longer are y'all gonna let this go on? When are we going to wrap this shit up here? You know, they're firing, you know, prominent journalists. They done fucked up the 60 Minutes. I've been watching 60 Minutes since I was 8 years old. How you done fucked up the 60 Minutes? They trying to give money to the January 6th with our tax dollars. You know, I talked to y'all about that last time I was here. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah. I'm high. It's just how much longer is this going to keep on going on? Like I said on the last episode, the bitch can barely stay awake long enough to sign his name on a piece of legislator. Or whatever you call it. Girl. It done came out that his wife is could possibly have been allegedly, I don't know for sure, but that's what the people is saying. And one of the people that's saying it is her best friend, that's saying that she was a goddamn prostitute. Honey, all the shit that y'all said the black president was going to do, here comes y'all Lord and Savior Donald Trump doing the same shit. Obama didn't do none of this. Anyway, y'all, that's today's show. Y'all pray for me. Pray I can keep consistent for you guys. I'm gonna try my best, honey, but we in hard times, girl. But we're gonna be all right. And if anybody else is going through anything similar to me, take your time, be gentle with yourself, and when you're ready, get back up, beat your face, and do whatever it is that you love doing. I love y'all. Ciao. Till next time.